All right, guys, the start of our 15 weeks out for me, 17 weeks out for Autumn vlog. We're gonna go train hamstrings and glutes at our public gym, not the Warrior Gym. So yeah, we just woke up. Autumn, how are you feeling?
Fine.
Fine.
How are you feeling? You in a good mood, honey?
No, because like when I get into contest prep, I just can get so picky, and I lost like 9 pounds this week, which was, I usually lose 5 in the first week because like water weight and things like that. And I lost a lot of weight, and then, which is whatever, but then I took pictures, and then I just can pick my body apart. So it kind of set me in a negative frame, like feeling like I'm not enough, or feeling like, how am I going to get to the finish line and beat what I did last year? Because my goal is always to beat my physique last year. So right
So
now,
you're pouting because you lost too much weight, and I'm pouting because I didn't lose
no,
enough.
I'm not pouting. It's just that like the mind games start playing to where like, did I get any better this year, or did I get worse? And those are the things I
So
think a
what
lot
did
of
you
competitors
do?
feel about.
What did you do to come to a conclusion?
You just can't, in this game too long, you just can't get too high or too low. Like on your great weeks, you can't get too high on yourself, and on the weeks where you feel like you look like you sucked, like you can't get too low.
Yeah, so what did you do to come to a decision today?
Well, I'm coming to the decision that I'm going to have a great leg day because I felt like my legs looked a little too light. So I'm going to have a good day today, and I'm going to train legs as hard as I can and just take it day by day.
But for people watching, what did you do objectively that people can do?
I don't know what I did objectively.
You put your pictures beside your pictures.
Oh, sorry. I put my pictures beside my other pictures.
From last year.
To see the differences, and that's why I always take pictures for data.
And
so
the week
you
before.
always do. I compared the week before, I compared the year before. And
what else did you do, honey?
I don't know. I just wish
drove your wife nuts.
Yeah, that
asked
too.
her 1,000,000 times.
That too. And we put this dumb phone on silent, and it keeps beeping in the background. But I'm not redoing this video because it's a vlog. It is what it is. So we're gonna go hit legs. So take us through our first movement. What are we doing?
No, because I don't know if these are gonna work or not.
Well, we're about to find out. This is live. This is live. So a lot of times we do standing leg curls, but she's using that right there. I'm using actually a cuff. And then we're gonna superset this with glute kickbacks, just because we do a lot more glute work, like isolated glute work as well. So that's a cool little superset. So we're gonna do 4 sets of like 15 reps on each of these. And then we're gonna move into some of our heavier stuff like stiff legged deadlift, trap bar deadlift, things like that. So yeah, here's the first movement. How are those cuffs working?
Good.
Good?
Too good.
Good. Too good? So yeah, guys, so here's our first movement of the day. We're gonna do 4 sets here.
Oh.
All right, guys, second movement, we're gonna do stiff-legged deadlifts. A lot of times we'll do it on the barbell, but sometimes we'll do it on the belt squat. Honestly, like, we have 2 plates on each side here, and honestly, I think this feels heavier than 2 plates on stiff-leggeds. On stiff-leggeds, I never my thought is not to go just jerk the weight up, right? So when I'm doing this, in my head, I'm counting about to 5 seconds on the way down, and just nice control not on the way down, control on the way up, because if I go too fast, what's gonna happen is I'm gonna put too much back into it and not enough of my hamstrings and glutes. So here we go on this. Obviously I'm using my Versa grip, so my grips so I don't have to worry about my grip, and it's all my hamstrings and glutes. What do you think, Autumn? What do you think about this movement?
I think you're a beast.
I'm a beast. I don't feel like it today, but it don't matter. I got to do it. Work's got to get done. Here we go.
I like it because it's all low glutes is where I feel it and where I'm focusing. So, and that's my biggest problem area is the lower glutes.
5, 4, 3, 2.
But Brent, she doesn't have that problem. So he is focusing on the hammies. Stretch and squeeze. Stretch and squeeze.
Woo! Oh, that negative really accentuates the glutes and hams.
Push back, push back, push back. Hips back. You need to go heavier.
No, I don't.
Yeah, you do.
Oh, see, she's saying we are actually going to do, we're going to stay on the belt squat, sorry. Ooh, can't get enough oxygen to me. And anyways, we're going to do a type of deadlift, kind of like a plie deadlift, sumo style. Targets your glutes. I think it targets you kill more your inner glutes and your adductors. Honestly, I got this off Dana Lynn Bailey's a few weeks ago. A lot of times we'll do this in the back room, and a lot of times too we'll rotate between a sumo deadlift and a trap bar deadlift. But today this is what we're doing. Autumn, do me a
gosh,
favor.
I'm probably on there, aren't I?
You're on
I'm
there.
going.
That's okay, it's a vlog, it's a vlog, the mics are rolling. Anyways, what I'm gonna have her do is, because I can't really see down with my eye surgeries, I can't see out or down. I don't wanna bottom out on this, so Autumn, when I get towards the bottom, tell me when to pop back up. All right, give me a call out. So toes at 10 and 2, like on a clock. I'm gonna try to get right up underneath here, like this. Thanks for the call out, Autumn.
I blame Joseph. Up. Chest up. Up. If you'll just keep your chest up, you won't bottom out. So that's your cue, is just keep your chest up, and then you'll go as low as you can with your legs, and you don't have to have a call out. Okay. Come on. Chest up. Stay tall, stay tall. Stay tall. Good.
Good there.
Tall. Come on, drive, go. You were faking on that second to last
Think I
one.
was faking?
Yeah, you were faking it for the gram.
No.
For the
I think
tube.
my heart rate's close to max on that one. Another reason why I like this is because it's more your inner glute, like where your crack is. So crack kills.
We need all
unless
that.
you're on the stage, you
We
need
need
to be
all that crackage.
diced.
All right, guys, we got a little intensifier on the glute bridge today. We've got it banded. Basically, we're doing as many reps as we can and then dropping the band down when we can't get any more, just to extend the set. So with this, you're feeling tension the whole entire way. And then when you come out of that band, you can go even more explosive. And then when it's all off, it still feels like it's on. So my glutes are still on fire from this from 3 people ago. Tell us when. You could easily do this on your own and just reach back. Brent's not done enough DDPY yet to reach back, so I'm reaching back for him to undo the band.
And I try to hold for a second at the top to really fire the glutes. All right, take it off.
You really only need to drop one side too. We figured that out. We've got some plates so it's secure. Come on.
Woo, they're on fire.
Finish strong. Another thing I like to do here is when I'm done, I can't do any more, is turn my toes out, and then you can kind of keep going too and extend the set. That's another thing I like to do.
Oh man, they're on fire. All right, Autumn, explain why you have the blue pad here and the way you have this rigged up. She's always doing something different. What
Gotta be different.
What is the science behind the blue pad?
Well, one thing is that my waist is this big and y'all's waist is this big. And so instead of having to redo it, no, I'm just actually teasing with you. That is a good point though, so we don't have to adjust it. But I do this even by myself. It just helps me to have the cue to posterior pelvic tilt, so turn my glutes on and keep my form and just keep tension there, and also won't dig in my hip bones, especially as I get leaner. So that's all.
Explain what we're doing on this set. So she's going to go to failure here. Then after she gets to failure, she's going to do a static hold at the bottom for 10 seconds, take the band off, do as many more as she can, static hold the bottom for 10 seconds, rack. Okay, here we go. Last set. We only did the static hold here on the 4th and final set.
She did it on the 3rd though.
Did she do it on the 3rd? Okay,
Yeah,
we just did the 4th set. Good. You notice too at the top, you'll see people do all this weight and they just fling their back up there. When you're doing this, you should feel like your glutes should feel like they are the main driver, not your lower back here. So if you have that as your focus, you don't need 4 or 5 plates on here like you see a lot of people do this machine so wrong. Good, tell me when.
Don't do it yet. Oh.
3, 4, 5,
6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Okay.
Go.
Good.
See, personally, I don't think she has enough weight on there. She's feeling it, but I would like to see her go a little heavier. Maybe only do 10 reps initially, but that's just me. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. But at the end of the day, she's feeling it, and she got what she needs.
And that was my last set.
And that was her last set. So there you go. We're doing adductors and adductors. Honestly, we talked about when we were doing these. Do we even want to film these because these are very boring? But I think the biggest thing I've learned in the last 10 years is that everything was squat, deadlift, variation, but you need to fill in the gaps. So like you need to have big inner thighs, because the bigger your inner thighs, the bigger your quads are gonna look. The more filled in they're gonna look. When you stand on stage, you want your adductors to touch together. You don't want there to be daylight, because when there's daylight, whew, it's burning. Your legs don't appear as big. So inner thighs are really important. Oh man, especially after doing the sumo style deadlifts, those are on fire. So we're gonna do 4 sets of like 10 to 15 here, and we're gonna go on to abductions next.
Okay.
All right, Autumn, outer thighs. You do these a little bit different. What are you thinking about when you do these?
I do them all kinds of ways.
Even though
Sometimes,
go ahead.
sometimes I elevate my hips so I can get more hip extension, but we did so much hip extension in the bridge work that I'm not really focusing on anything but a little bit of external rotation, so pushing my knees out. Sometimes I might put pads there and abduction. That's all I'm really focusing on. And I'm just getting a little tension in the beginning, partial rep, and then squeeze.
Yeah.
Drag, partial rep, squeeze, drag.
I don't know, I think this is boring stuff, but it's stuff that everybody competitor needs. You know, obviously you can do your squats, your deadlifts, all that good stuff, but it's little things that add up to, especially now, I think more than ever, competing is a glute game. Gotta have glutes, no matter what division. Although I think it's funny that, I personally think they're judging girls
Way too hard.
way harder than even
Go
open
easier
men
on
pros,
us.
because open men pros, there's a lot of soggy guys up there who are placing pretty good.
That'll
And then
do
you look
well.
and then you look at me who's fully strided, and then I don't place as well. And
Yeah.
there's more, it's not a conditioning, it's bodybuilding. But then you'll see somebody like Autumn who's a little softer in her glutes, and she does worse than some of these girls with horrible structure, but they have shredded
No
glutes.
offense.
No offense. It just is what it is.
If you're up there, you're good, okay?
If you're up there, you're good. If you're a pro, you're a pro.
But it's crazy because when I first started competing in 2008, how much it has changed. And no offense, again, because I'm one of them and that's what I'm seeking to do is try to get peeled glutes. But like in day-to-day life, like it looks odd and weird. Like a girl should have a booty. Like that's what's appealing. And it's still appealing to me. So I don't know, it's a little bit of a twisted thinking. And you know, there was one day when I first started, and for several years, that was not even on my radar. I wouldn't have even known what a striated glute meant. And now it's just, that's what it's all about. So gotta go with the times.
Again, you gotta go with the crowd, you gotta go with how they judge. So we're just trying to be our best so we can do our best on stage at the end of the day. So there you go. This is my last set on BFR training. So we're adding these 2 at the end. We're doing 2 leg curls, 30, 20, 20, 20. That's my last set of 20. We're cuffed up, Autumn's cuffed up. Here we go.
What's that mean? Show us some leg.
Power cuff. Right here, we got them on.
Right
Boom,
there.
right there.
You feeling better about your legs now?
We'll flex at the end and see how better I'm feeling.
Yes,
This morning I thought they were
flex
skinny,
check.
and it was getting in my head.
Flex check.
But doing these at the end, just a finisher, just literally empty the can. At the end of any workout, I like to feel like I'm emptying the can. Like, what do I got left? How much more can I push?
Then kick the can.
Some might call it garbage volume, but I don't. 17, 18, 19, 20. Whoo! 20. That was the last movement of the day.
You promise?
I think so.
You sure?
Yeah, because I can barely do these leg curls right now.
Keep adding.
Oh, man. Oh, they're on fire. 11, 12, 13, 15, 16, 17, 18.
Come on.
Oh, those bands. Oh, woo, I feel like a pansy. Oh, popping. Woo. That was rough. That was rough.
If you're having trouble getting your bands off, oh, that was too easy, honey.
The arm ones are.
You know the blood is engorged. You feeling better about your leg size?
Well, let's check it out, because this morning when I took pictures, I about wanted to cry. And that's why you can't get in your mind.
Don't cry.
But, like, I'm my own worst critic. There's some bodybuilders who are delusional, way delusional. So I don't know, let's see if I feel better about myself.
Don't cry and don't be delusional.
But I know, like when I look at my physique, I got a wider waist, right? So I gotta be big, so big in my waist, so big in my shoulders, and so big in my sweeps to make my waist look bigger. And obviously as I diet down, whew, I can't catch my breath, it'll get better. So here,
Yes,
move so I need to see how I'll use my honest assessment. Like, I just feel like my legs look pretty flat. I don't know, I feel like they're just really engorged with blood right now, so they're not as defined. But, and my quads aren't pumped because obviously it's a hamstring day. But
that looks pretty insane. Maybe you should start posing your other leg. Pose your other leg. Switch. That looks good. That looks good.
But see, I'm right-handed, so like when I do my double bicep, and I'm here, right? It's just hard, like,
yeah,
I don't know, hold on.
We might play around with that
So
this
if
year.
I'm here, and again, I still got body fat to lose, but my legs look better today. They're more voluminous, but the one thing with me when I know I'm flat and full, like my legs, because when I'm flat, my legs will shrink down to like girl legs.
I'll say it.
And then they'll come up. So I mean, I don't know. I mean, I think we're in a good spot. I just know my legs have to be so big, and I have to keep the fullness here, so my waist just doesn't look so big on stage. And again, my legs are pretty lean, my arms are pretty lean, where I keep most of my body fat, and you'll see this come down as the weeks come on, is I just have inner abdominal fat, and I have fat on my obliques in my lower back. So when this comes down, everything will look better. But this is where I keep most of my fat. It's not my limbs.
Can't spot reduce.
Can't spot reduce, and that's the way God made me.
I said it once, and I'll say it again.
What?
This is a contest prep. If we were already ready, it would not be a prep.
Again, we got 15 weeks.
It is a process.
And I know
Stay
I'm
tuned.
okay, but it's just, it is what it is.
You'll be okay.
I'll be okay.